Hi, and welcome to DCS, Digital Combat Simulator. This is the A-18C Hornet. We're going to be looking at the TOO mode. Let's have a look at our stores page. Over here, we've got a JSA and a JSC loaded. Now just to show you, we are talking about these two, the AGM-154C and the AGM-154A. I'm just going to cancel out of that. Now we'll select one of them. And what we have selected as PP mode, we're going to be looking at TOO mode, target of opportunity. So the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to HSI. So I'm clicking here and going to HSI, clicking on data. Under here, you might have a waypoint which has a whole bunch of information. If you are ever finding that you cannot delete this information, hit sequence down the bottom left, click delete. Now, if it's waypoint 1, the information won't be removed, but you'll be able to replace it. So if you hit delete and then hit 1 and then enter, now when you go back to UFC and you type in position and you put in north and then these details, it'll overwrite. So just to show you, I'll be able to put in north 25 14 52. Now if I hit enter, you'll notice it's now 25 14 52. So just keep that in mind if you are having difficulty deleting a waypoint and its information. We'll just set it up on waypoint 2. So we're going to be doing 25, 13, 51. But the way to work these numbers out is find something on the map that you want to target. So in this case, I've got this. And look in the bottom left and you'll see the coordinates for it, 25, 13, 51. So we'll go back to our game. 25, 13, 51. We'll put it on waypoint 2. UFC, position. Enter. We've got 25, 13, 51. We'll just go back. 25, 13, 51. So that will be correct. We're taking that information from over here. 25, 13, 51. The next one is 54, 14, 08. So we're going to put in and enter. Okay, so we've got 54. Now we can also get the elevation information. So we've got the altitude of 39. We're going to go to elevation, put it in feet, and we'll just check that it was 39. Put in 39, enter. And then we've got pretty close to that on here. So now that's all locked in. We can go back to the HSI. It's waypoint 2 that we're interested in. We can do weapon designate. So now that is targeted. Now this over here, we've got to make sure that it's in TOO mode. We're going to change the electronic fuse to instant. And let's go have a look. We'll click on display. So we've got some more information. So it's good. It's ready to go. We can look at our mission information. Now what you'll notice here is we've got 2513, etc. So that's the information which was pulled from over here, 2513. And if we go back, we can look at 5414 and we can see 541408. So all that information has been pulled from over here. So we'll just go back to HSI. We make sure we've got waypoint 1 selected, which is slightly different. And then we hit weapon designate. And we'll go have a look now. 2514 31.2. And we'll change it. Change it to number 2, data. This should go to 2513 51. Let's see what happens. Weapon designate. Gonna go back to HSI, sorry. Then weapon designate on number 2. And it's changed. 2513. So beautiful. Let's go see if we can get this target. And we'll get ourselves up in the sky. It's gonna arm what we can at the moment. And we'll get ourselves going. As I say, this is not so much a tutorial, but if you are able to make sense of that, then that's great because it might be very helpful if you're just trying to work out what's not working. So I'm just going to tap the brakes and we'll get ourselves ready for takeoff. We've got just an awesome airport to take off from, this one. Okay, so I'm just going to launch it. I'm going to take off my nose wheel steering, put it to full throttle. Pull back gently on the stick. Gear up, flaps up. Bring our nose down a bit and we'll start turning. Now you'll notice in the HSI it's actually given us a line to follow to get to our target. So we did all this information before we even took off, and we've got a little spot indicating where the target is. So that's pretty good. It's going to change this over here to air to ground. The JSA is still active. It's in CRO mode. Straighten it up a bit. So we're going to be there in quite a short amount of time. It's counting down here. So it's the outside two bombs that we're talking about. So we're talking about this one and this one. The two that we're actually using. We're not using the targeting pod whatsoever. And in fact, I don't even have the targeting pod turned on. So the targeting pod is essentially off. Don't need the targeting pod. So we're here and we're just going to head over towards this. These two are non-combative, so they will not be engaging us. Two minutes for release. Keep gaining altitude. We're still set to waypoint 2. And we're in TOO mode. So we're doing about 10,000, 511. We're almost heading directly at the target. I don't have autopilot on or auto throttle or anything else at the moment. We're just going very quickly towards this target. Have a quick outside shot. Okay, so we're coming up to a launch in about 1 minute 54. And our distance to the target is here, 35.3, 34, sorry. Let's recheck everything is okay. Let's just got it on instant. So this one is the JSA and the other one is the JSC. I'm going to be launching the JSA initially. Now, could this be just as accurate? I think it could, because if you hit here and we did precise, you could enter in the full north and easting. So I'm pretty certain this is just as precise. Could be corrected on that, but from what I understand, looking at it, it does appear that way. Of course, the information I put in is not the extreme most precise. So we've got 39 seconds now, 35 seconds. Is this better than using a laser? Well, it's just good because you can have this set into your plane before you've even taken off, as you have seen. So if you do know where the target is and it's stationary and it's not moving, this could be really, really useful to reduce your workload once you get in the air. We've got 9 seconds. I don't have to wait for a bomb queue to come down or anything. We're just waiting for the timer, and it should say in range. So now we're in range. We can shoot anytime we like. We're looking at this kind of distance at this altitude. So we're going to launch. We have a launch. We're just going to put the autopilot on as the plane turns away a little bit. And we'll follow that missile in. We'll see how this goes. This is the AGM-154A. Just checking our plane is okay. It's quite a long distance. You can see the information on the bomb down here. So altitude about 11,000 at the moment, 544 knots. See the GPS coordinates. Interestingly, it's going down over a path of about 9 degrees. Those little wings on this missile really extends its range. So it's hit that target spot there. We've got one more bomb left, so let's see if we can get some more accurate information. So now we've got some information up here in that position. So we've got 2513.862 or 864. We can use that information down here. So let's try the precise mode. Just give our plane a little bit of help here. And we'll go back to our waypoints. And put this on waypoint 3. Data. UFC position. And now we're going to try 2513.864. Just stick it on this one. Position. It's on precise mode now. So 2513.864. So now we've got 2513.864. And then we're going to try 5414.142. Let's check that again. 5414.142. Twenty-five thirteen 864, 2513 864, 5414 142. Okay, we finally got in there. 5414 142. Just check our elevation. And we've got altitude 39. So just putting in altitude 39 feet. Okay, so we've got all this. We've got waypoint 5. We're just going back to HSI. Waypoint 5 selected. Waypoint designate. Target. Okay, so now we're going to go back over to here. We've just got one JSC available. We're just going to let that get ready. A little look at where our plane is. We're within the shooting envelope. We're just hovering around up here at the moment. We're trying to get this target over here. Just look at our other information. I'm putting it on instant. It's on target of opportunity. We'll just display and look at the mission data. Just check that this is matching what we have over for waypoint 5. So we've got 2513 5184. We've got 5414 and then 142. Interestingly, the elevation data is quite different. It's got 11 here. I wonder if we put target of opportunity 2 in, does that make any difference? Heading, angle, and velocity. So the actual data is the same between these two. But we click return. we're now showing that it's ready. But good, we're on time. Timing is set up, so let's give this a go. Find out where we are. Let's go back to the HSI. We just want to be pointing towards the target. So we're going to take our autopilot off. And then we'll just take our manual control. This is the JSC now, we're at about 17,000. See the island out there? And just flying level. So we've got 19 seconds away. Then we'll give it a launch. So we're now in range. Give it a few more seconds. And straighten this up a little bit just to help the missile, the bomb in this case. So it should be releasing from right wing. Looking pretty good. So we have weapons released. Autopilot on. Biometric hold is held. And we'll go check our bomb out. So we can see it's tilting, it's changed its heading. It's able to change its heading. It's coming down this direction. And I think we have a direct hit on that target. The TIGR-233036 destroyed. So that's the TOO mode, just using a waypoint and putting it into precise mode. I was expecting the C version to be the one which I needed to take out this target. Tried the two different methods. Hopefully find that information useful. And enjoy the game. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Feel free to subscribe and like the video. Later.